So I got the dash cam footage from the insurance company here, but that's me in the black truck. And this trucker would not let me over. He would not let me merge. I have the environment. And he sent me right under another truck. Look what he did to my pickup truck. Like, freaking ridiculous. And then the cops show up and say, it's my fault. Like, it's not my fault, obviously. He had to let me over. It's my right of way.
Nah, this can't be.
So I got the dash cam footage from
this has to be like somebody just doing a voiceover. That can't be the actual driver. As a Detroit limousine driver for the past 3-4 years, I will say when you're coming onto the highway, there's a zipper lane and there's a merge lane and there's the regular highway. The merge lane is responsible for slowing down. I can tell you that just by driving in Detroit. I've seen plenty of people almost cause accidents to prevent themselves from going on to the highway on the short shoulder. Because we just have really short shoulders in all of the Detroit major highways, 94, Northwestern, 696, 75. All these have these access roads. And from the access roads, there's a short, like really steep ramp to get onto the highway. So it's just known in Michigan to not drive in that right lane. If you're just coasting, you should move over to the middle lane or the second or third lane, not the fastest lane, but not the slowest lane. And semis, I believe, are even told not to be in that lane if they don't have to. They're supposed to be in the middle lane for this exact reason, because we have these short zipper lanes. So I've seen many examples of this type of thing happening, but I've never seen it like break down like how it is in front of us on the screen. This is crazy. This is basically negligence on both sides. I can't even lie. Like, both people are choosing to just obstruct each other because the truck could have slowed down. He doesn't have to. It's not his right. His right of way is to stay on the highway. I mean, the other truck is entering the highway. So I see where he could have had the idea that he was right, but there's no way that he thinks that he was right. I see where he could have been coming from, because he could have sped up and got into this lane just fine. And I think that's what the semi truck was most likely going for. I don't think this semi was trying to be an asshole. He was keeping consistent speed, basically allowing this dude to, hit that engine. If you're driving that pickup truck, boy, you better be hitting that engine. I was driving an Escalade, a Navigator, and I've driven a Rolls Royce as well with big engines. And man, you got to hit that shit. You got to get up, especially coming on the left side of the highway. Of all places, you're on the left side. You know you're on the left side shoulder. You should either be yielding to a complete stop to wait until there's enough room on that left end, or you got to speed up. This reminds me of the exit off of 94 onto 10 in downtown Detroit. There's a really bad one like this, but I think everybody knows that you should be out of that left lane, even if you're on the highway, because that's right after. It's right. Yeah, you're seeing two highways intersect. And if you know you're coming south on 10, that the left lane absolutely will be letting people in. Even though that zipper is long enough for you to see it coming, you would instinctively move over from the left lane if possible. Or if you're coming up on that, you will already move out of the way just in case someone's coming. I know this as a driver. I see me hitting that ramp or coming around towards that ramp, and I'll automatically move out of the way, or at least be alert enough to know, is a car coming or is a car not coming? So I completely understand from the driver's aspect why he thinks he's in the right, but he's wrong. He should have sped up much faster, or he should have yielded to the left lane driver who's moving consistent speed, not trying to slow down or speed up to cut him off. I don't think that was what happening. But I guess we'll just have to see where it goes from here. This is crazy. I want to look at a few comments. Yeah, I love the poll. I actually picked the filming just pickup truck was the one at fault. Just initially off watching this video, I did think of it as the as the initial person, but yeah, it's the cyclist's fault. Of course, it's always. Yeah, civil engineer. I would love to know other civil engineers' perspective on this. Because he said a civil engineer who chooses to design a merger into the left lane without a spacious shoulder. This is very true. Like, that's what I was saying. In Detroit, this is a common thing, but I don't know how it is in the other 50 states or other 49 states. So yeah, this is a good point. Speed shown at the bottom, which is true. Let me see. Yeah, I guess he's doing 70. Yeah, that is the speed. I don't know what I thought that was. Yeah, bro was hitting 77 the whole time. So that truck. Why is the truck going 77? And this is where things get funny. I don't think trucks are supposed to go above 75, really. And they're definitely not supposed to be in the fast lane in Michigan. So that's also another problem that I see with this. But speed is shown at the bottom. Semi speed is shown at the bottom. Semi didn't even slow down 1 mile per hour until he contacted the pickup. Then, as the pickup is spinning in front of him, he manages to break down from 60 to 45 in a couple seconds. Mistakes from the pickup, but insane driving from the semi. I agree. The semi should have slowed down. The semi should have allowed him in. The thing about driving on the road is we know who the right of way is, but the accident is going to be on both of you. You're both going to take the L in this situation when it comes to your insurance, especially the semi driver. Even if he's in the right, he's still going to take he's going to get derogatory marks on his record for sure. Driving record, but not only that, his working record. So this isn't good for anybody. You may seem like you're proud or right in a moment, but you could have easily gotten people killed with this little stunt on both ends. So I think that's sad. Let's go to another comment. In Germany, the black truck would have been right. Do any of you American guys ever heard of a zipper lane? So that's funny. It's like, I guess it's backwards for us. Yeah, he didn't even try to merge. That is my issue. The guy didn't speed up or anything. Black truck would have been right if he tried to merge, and he didn't even try. So zipper doesn't really apply to semi trucks on the highway. They stop and accelerate way too slowly. I mean, bro, even a slight slowdown would have given the guy the confidence to speed up. You have to know this is coming. And then what would have been the real danger of him slowing down other than some cars behind him having to recognize that he's slowing down? If he would give them enough time, even a 10 mile per hour change could have changed this whole scenario. Because I think the truck was trying to get up to 75. That's actually pretty fast to try and bypass the semi truck from a ramp. Now that I think about it, merging onto a highway, the car merging must give way to those already on the highway. Yeah, that's pretty much how it is. In Australia, the merging lane gives way to the oncoming traffic. Yeah, I mean, why would, in a logical world, why would the zipper lane get precedent over the driving lane? Even if you are in the slow lane, you should be working together. But all in all, if the person on the highway can't make accommodations, it is up to the person in the zipper lane to then yield. I mean, that's why it says yield. I don't know about Michigan, but we have the signs, the big, square or triangle signs that say yield on the highway. So we know which side is supposed to be yielding. Yeah, I mean, this is interesting. It's cool to look into the comments to see how people broke it down. But like I said, I initially said it was the semi-truck who was at fault simply because the more I look at this, man, he had time to slow down. There's just no way. There's no way for it to be this dramatic. Yeah, in conclusion, I would say the semi-truck would still be at fault, even if he's not the one who's technically at fault. The semi-truck could have prevented the accident because, yeah, it's both of them could have prevented the accident, let's be honest. But the pickup truck is much smaller, much faster, much more agile. I do think that driver didn't pick up the speed fast enough to do the maneuver that he was trying to do. I think the semi-truck maintaining speed was almost allowing him to do that because you could see them both pushing into each other, but neither one of them are giving way. And that's the problem. It's the arrogance of both drivers that caused this accident, which could have it essentially killed, potentially many, many people. If this truck would have actually got damaged enough to flip over the other truck that he went under, then this could have been a serious issue for the entire highway. So yeah, just giving my spiel as a former driver myself, possibly going back to driving. As a limousine driver myself, I'm just giving my opinion on this. If you guys don't agree with me, or maybe you want to take the poll for yourself, leave me some. If you guys disagree, leave me something in the comments. Let me know if you disagree or not, or what. Maybe I'm just not seeing it the way I should. If you're liking the content, like, subscribe, and share it for us if you can. But other than that, man, this is Deontay Martin from Inselbergmedia. I'm signing out.